Pokémon Horizons episode 103 just aired, and after the 1 week break, we are back. And back we are. This episode currently has fans losing their minds, jaws dropped, and in total disbelief because a certain GOAT, my GOAT, is making his return. This episode focused on the Explorers member Zerk losing his ticket for the Iono and Nidothing collab event, with our heroes deciding to help their former villains by teaming up to find it. But was it actually any good? What were the best and worst moments? And most importantly, how did the community react to this episode? I've got all the details you need, so let's jump right in. Episode 103 begins with Iono and Nidothing announcing their live collab event in Levincia City. Liko, who's watching, is super excited to finally get to meet her favorite streamer. Dot fills in the rest of the heroes about the collab event details, explaining how it will get a lot of views and even help with fundraising for the crew. Liko encourages Alt to join, but bro is like, why would I go? I'm not interested in some ridiculous mascot costume, which instantly makes Liko go into full Nidothing defense mode, saying it's not ridiculous. You know, Nidothing always cheers people up all over the world with fun talks and wonderful advice. Damn, even Gimigo in the background had to laugh at that one. Sadly, my boy Alt decides to sit this one out. In my preview video, I did say that it was most likely that Alt wouldn't join the gang. It's a shame, but it's just not his thing. We cut to a beach at Levincia City where Explorers members Oni and Zerk are sunbathing, wondering where Amethio is, since the duo has found no clues about his whereabouts. That's when Zerk notices an announcement for the special Nidothing and Iono collab on a big screen, and he and his Rhydon are surprisingly way too excited and giddy about it, which even Onia finds confusing. We then switch back to our heroes in Levincia City where the event is packed with fans lining up, and even Liko is waiting in line. Dot tells Liko that she can just get her a free ticket, but Liko replies that as a true Nidothing fan, she has to wait in the line. This was funny, but you gotta respect Liko. Liko finally gets her ticket and is super pleased about it. The crew then runs into gym leader Grisha, who is also there. He explains that he's a fan of Iono too, saying he just wanted to attend like any other fan, which is cool because in the Scarlet Violet games, Grisha actually watched Iono's streams all the time before his snowboard competitions. Sadly though, we didn't get any hint to a Liko vs Grisha rematch. Meanwhile, Gimigo is also around being cheeky and possessing a whole line of fans to collect coins for it. Man, at this point, this Pokemon must be so close to that 999 coin evolution point. Roy, hurry up and catch this Pokemon already. Back to Zerk, he also has his ticket and is on top of the world when it's revealed that he's also a massive Nidothing fan. But then, tragedy. A gust of wind out of nowhere blows his ticket straight into a drain. This leaves Zerk in a state of utter depression. All he wanted was to meet his favorite streamer. Just then, our heroes bump into the Explorers, and our heroes are like, they're Explorers! And Onya fires back, the Rising Voltaculars! While everyone is shocked, Zerk is just huddled up in misery. Onya's like, yo, Zerk, the Rising Voltaculars are here. And let me tell you, this man did not care at all. Poor guy, he just wanted his ticket. Onya explains to the group what happened with Zerk, and how he's actually a Nidothing fan. That's when Dot remembers how Zerk and Onya helped them in the final battle of the Lacquer arc, and she decides to offer Zerk her own ticket for the event. As if she's not the main star of the event, but hey, it's the thought that counts. Zerk thanks her but rejects the offer. He says, as a true die-hard Nidothing fan, he has to get that very one ticket back. And then Liko surprisingly chimes in and agrees because she's also a true die-hard Nidothing fan too, and says that she'll help find it. This shocks everyone, and honestly, watching this live, I was dying of laughter. Everyone starts searching around for the lost ticket, and along the way, Liko reveals to Zerk that she's actually the Sprigatito super fan online, which completely shocks Zerk. Meanwhile, Dot apologizes to Iono, explaining that she's going to be a little late because of the current situation. Zerk, literally crying, is so thankful to everyone for helping him, and after some more searching, and even Rhydon nearly drowning in a lake, the group still comes up short. My boy Rhydon was literally fighting for his life. Due to the time, Dot sadly has to leave for the event, hoping that everyone else succeeds. Zerk thanks everyone for the help, but accepts the reality that his ticket is gone. it's over. But then Liko steps in and shouts, it's not over. As a true Nidothing fan, we have to continue looking for their ticket until we succeed. This makes Zerk realize how could he have forgotten his ways. As a true diehard Nidothing fan, giving up is never an option. Liko's speech lights a fire in everyone to continue the search. Suddenly, Crocodile starts running into the sunset and boom, bro gets sent flying. The culprit of the missing ticket is finally revealed, a Wugtrio. And let me tell you, this Wugtrio does not mess around. It was given Rhydon the 1-2 piece combo, Crocodile the 1-2 piece combo, weaving Meowscarada, weaving Golduck, and then giving Rhydon the 1-2 piece combo again. Everyone was getting cooked. But then Roy steps in and commands Cap. Oh yeah, Cap is here. The perfect quick Pokemon to use Thunder Punch and paralyze the water type. That gives Rhydon the chance to luckily grab the ticket with his horn. Bro, Zerk was so happy, like he just won a gym battle. He thanked everyone for helping him find it and held up his ticket just like Ash used to do with his gym badges. Haha, you just love to see it. We finally arrive at the event just as it's about to begin. Nidothing appears on stage and Zerk is straight geeking, seeing Nidothing in person. Iono also appears on the stage and the crowd goes crazy. Grisha is also watching quietly in the back. The event goes on as normal, with the streamers doing their little tricks and giving everyone a good time. Nidothing then even invites 2 lucky guests, Zerk and his Rhydon, to come up on stage and dance with them. Zerk is literally crying tears of joy. This is the best day ever for him. I'm so happy for my guy, bro won. Rhydon, however, is in love with Nidothing. Yes, in love. Thinking that Nidothing is an actual Nidorina. It ends up chasing Dot all around the stage, and hearing Dot screaming and running away was hilarious. The event wraps up with a special meet and greet to see your favorite streamer. Liko gets to meet Nidothing and says, I love you so much, and even gets to shake her hand, as if Liko isn't with Dot every single day, but you know what, I'll let Liko enjoy the moment. Then Zerk comes up next, so pleased and grateful to meet and shake Nidothing's hand. But then Rhydon straight up starts tweaking out, like tweaking, trying to reach for Nidothing. Nah man, we've gotta cut this event off now. Finally, Grisha gets to meet his favorite streamer, Iono. Iono says, Grisha Chi, you came! Grisha quietly replies, this event was really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing more great streams from you. Iono smiles and says, got it, I'll keep it up. And just as Grisha's about to leave, Onya comes up to him like, oh my gosh, are you Gym Leader Grisha? He quietly confirms that he is, and Onya then gushes, wow, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan, you're so cool. Please, can I shake your hand? Grisha quietly says yes, and Onya is straight losing her mind shaking his hand. She then even pats Totodile on the head, saying it's so cute. Man, I'm so happy for Zerk and Onya. Who would have thought an episode like this could make you love them so much? With the event over, Liko and Roy head backstage to check on Dot and see how she's doing. Zerk notices them leaving and wonders where they're going, so he decides to follow. Backstage, Liko and Roy give Dot a big well done, and she says thanks guys. As she starts taking off her suit, Liko looks shocked as if she doesn't already know Nidothing's identity. But then, the worst possible timing hits. A massive scream of shock comes from behind the group. It's Zerk and Rhydon. They're in major shock, realizing that their favorite streamer Nidothing is actually Dot from the Rising Voltaclers. The pair are in utter disbelief and sadness at the reveal. Zerk quickly fills Onya in, but before anyone can even process it, Nidothing returns again, and instantly, Liko, Zerk, and Rhydon do a complete 180, acting like nothing just happened, totally freaking out seeing her again. Bro, are we seeing... Nidothing thanks them all for coming to the event. Roy and Onya just smile at the group who are having a good time. Bro, this episode was just way too funny, man. Oh my gosh. But as the episode draws to a close, we get to the big reveal. Zerk and Onya ask if they can speak to Liko in private for a moment. Then they reveal the truth. Amethio has gone missing. We're searching as the explorers, but on our own initiative. So, we have to ask a favor of you. We want you to join us in searching for Lord Amethio. In shock, Liko replies, huh? Me? And with that, the episode ends. Zerk and Onya want Liko to join them in the search for Amethio. Bro, this is crazy. Who would have thought it would have come to this? And why do they need Liko specifically to help look for my goat? Well, it's not revealed yet, but I do believe the reason lies in the next episode, because right after episode 103 aired, the preview for episode 104 was revealed straight after. We see Liko joined by the explorers on a speedboat as they sail across the sea. Onya is stunned by the cuteness of Meowscarada eating. Next, we see Liko and her Pokemon about to enter a building, and this building is revealed to be Amethio's mansion, the same one we saw Amethio, Zerk and Onya visit back in episode 83. As Liko follows up the stairs inside the mansion, there's a massive portrait of Amethio's sadly passed away mother, displayed on the front and center. We then cut to Liko's Charcadet, perched on top of a fire cabinet, looking at cute photos of young Amethio with his Ceruledge back in the day when it was still a Charcadet, as well as pictures of Amethio with his mother, father and Hamba, which catches Liko's attention. Then we get the moment you've all been waiting for. It's nighttime, we see Ceruledge, and sitting beside it, what looks to be my goat. Yes sir, my goat Amethio is finally back. Bro has finally returned after so long. But here's the thing. Amethio is still wearing the same clothes he wore 1 year ago, except they're torn, ripped and damaged. This suggests that after the 1 year time skip, when Amethio went into hiding, bro must have been in the trenches, literally living just to survive. And yes, Amethio is taller now. I know that he's sitting down in the shot, but it's clear he's grown. The big noticeable change though, his hair is way longer now, tied in a ponytail, and bro, this new design looks so cool. Ever since the start of the Mega Voltage arc, fans on Twitter have been drawing Amethio with the long hair in a ponytail, and it actually came true. Oh how you love to see it. My goat looks incredible. However, even though he looks cool, we have to remember the pain and suffering this man went through pre-time skip. To quickly catch you up, Amethio suffered immense tragedy, losing his mother as a child, being betrayed and framed by Spinal, disowned by his own grandfather Gibeon, kicked out of the Explorers, having his lifelong mission of capturing Terrapagos revealed as misguided and wrong. Just as he was about to reconnect with his grandfather and be happy with him, Gibeon died, and then Spinal publicly blamed Amethio for what happened on Lacua, even going as far to declare him as dead, ruining his name completely. Bro, I hate Spinal so much. He legit has everything coming to him. But as I always say, he seriously is the best Pokemon anime villain. So yeah, as we can see, my boy has been through it all. Practically never had a moment to rest or even be happy. He's just sitting by the fire with his partner Ceruledge, a broken man. I wouldn't even be surprised if Amethio has lost the will to fight. But I do believe the reason that Liko was brought here is because Zerk and Onya know that Liko is the best person to reach out to Amethio to help him realize what he must do and get back on his feet to fight for the truth. I'm sure that's what we'll see in episode 104, and it's going to be so peak. And you know what's even more peak? Liko will be fighting Amethio for a third battle, Liko's Charcadet versus Amethio's Ceruledge. Now you know what I meant earlier when I said that Horizons is straight cooking, because it seriously is. Already, the animation for this battle looks insane, and Charcadet vs Ceruledge just reminds me of the Ash's Rockruff versus Gladon's Lycanroc dynamic back in the day. I'm certain that Horizons is going for a similar vibe here, but with a little twist. This episode is titled Charcadet's Wish, and we're at Amethio's mansion, a rich, history-filled place. Heck, I would not be surprised if there's an auspicious armor lying somewhere in the mansion, or if Amethio just straight up gives Liko one after the battle. Whatever the case may be, the title Charcadet's Wish highly suggests an evolution could be possible, as Charcadet's wish is to become a strong knight, just like Ceruledge. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. The chance of Charcadet evolving into Armorage here is a 70-30. Nah, scratch that. Let's say 80-20. I really see it happening in episode 104. However, back to episode 103, and what an episode it was. But was it actually any good? Bro, I laughed way too many times during this episode. It was a fun little adventure. It was wholesome, cute, and amazing. Finally giving us the first focused episode on Zerk and Onya, which they most definitely deserved, and man, it was a treat. They really are the new generation Jesse and James, and honestly, I'm here for it. In my opinion, the best moments of this episode were definitely seeing our heroes working with Zerk and Onya. They came together for such a simple problem, united for a greater cause, and succeeded, even if they're technically on opposite sides, allowing Zerk to meet his favorite streamer. But what this episode really showed is that if they can work together for a smaller scale issue like this, oh boy, we're in for something big when it comes to the final battle in Horizons. I think now it's clear that an alliance will be formed between Amethio's group and Lico's Rising Volt tacklers. For me, the worst part of the episode was honestly nothing. But if I had to say something, it would be my boy Ult not coming along with the group. It's a real shame, man, but I understand why. Which brings us to the curious question of, what was the community's reaction to this episode? Fans really loved this episode. Of course, there were a few who called it a filler episode and didn't enjoy it as much, which is fair to say. If you're only looking for pure plot progression, then yes, there wasn't much of that in today's episode. But the majority of fans loved it for what it was. A fun, wholesome story that gave Zerk and Onya some proper focus and plenty of laughs. The community is also hyped that Amethio is back. He's definitely one of those characters at the beginning that you either liked or hated. But as the series went on, we saw the good in his heart and the pain of him being betrayed. Over time, he's won the hearts of many fans, and now everyone's excited to see him return, as well as the big third battle with Lico and her Charcadet. And just like I speculated, the community has already started speculating about the possibility of Charcadet evolving into Armourouge in this episode. But overall, the fan agreement is that Horizons is cooking, and oh boy is it cooking. Let me remind all of you that Horizons will be going on another break and will return to air on August 1st with episode 104, Charcadet's Wish. Yeah, I know these breaks can be a bit annoying, but I can assure you that Horizons, as I've already said, is cooking. But I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts on episode 103. Did you like it or dislike it? And what are your thoughts on the Go Amethio returning? I'd love to hear them all. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe for more Horizons videos like this one. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.